Living and non-living things. Learning objectives. Common features of living and non-living things. Differences between living and non-living things. Characteristics of living things. Activity 9.1. Bring a pet in classroom and discuss the term pet with other students and develop a shared understanding of its meaning. Encourage students to observe the three pets. Ask questions such as, what do you see, hear, smell or feel as you observe this pet? How are these pets alike? How are these pets different? Different kinds of things that you can see around us every day are living. But what does it mean to be living? Every day you will see objects like a pen, pencil, stone, bottles, parrot, cow, human beings, water, spoon, cement, etc. Some of these objects are living and some are not. All living and non-living beings differ from each other because of their structures and functions. In this chapter we shall study those characteristics of the living that make them similar to each other. 2. Those characteristics that differentiate from each other. Sci facts. The first living things were probably simple bacteria-like organisms. They originated about 4,000 million years ago. Common features of living and non-living things. 1. Both have mass. All living and the non-living things are made up of matter and so both of them have mass. Whereas non-living things are made of materials, living things are made up of bone, flesh and blood. 2. Both have weight and occupy space. All living and non-living things have weight and also occupy space. 3. Both are made up of structural units. All living and non-living things are made up of structure. Non-living things are made up of particles but bodies of living things are made up of cells. Cells vary in sizes and shapes. There are many different kinds of cells in our body. Thus, both the living and non-living things have structural units. Differences between living and non-living things. Check a living thing like a cow or a bird and compare it to a non-living thing such as a pen or basket. What differences can you list? All living things have some common features. All non-living things do not possess these features. These are growth, size, excretion, respiration, reproduction, sensitivity towards touch, light, heat, etc. While you can see the activities such as movement, excretion and respiration easily visible in animals, it is not clearly seen in plant. But plants also perform these features, though at a slower rate. You can see movement in a sunflower as it turns to face the sun, or when you touch the leaves of the touch me not, plant. Similar kinds of movement are also visible in the leaves of kachanarya and flowers of lotus and water lily. Excretions of waste like gum and the white milk in some plants such as rubber, bark, etc. Characteristics of living things. Let us study some of the features of living things, both animal and plants. Taking in food. All living things need food for growth. We know that food provides us energy to perform various activities. Food also helps in body growth as well as its maintenance and repair. Different living organisms have different methods of getting food. Animals are mainly dependent on plants for their food. They cannot make their own food. Many animals eat other animals for their food. What about plants? How do they get food? Green plants can make their own food. They obtain water and minerals from soil. Roots absorb the water and minerals from the soil and are transported to other parts such as leaves and flowers of the plants. Green plants make their own food by using non-living components such as CO2 and sunlight. Process of photosynthesis. Sunlight, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water. The sunlight is trapped by chlorophyll. Stomata which are present on the surface of leaf absorb CO2 from the air. Using sunlight trapped by chlorophyll, 2 CO2 from air, 3 water and minerals from soil. They prepare their food. This process of food manufacture is called photosynthesis. In this process, food is produced in the form of sugar. The synthesized food is transported by leaves to other parts of the plants. This mode of nutrition is known as autotrophic nutrition, and green plants are called as autotrophs. Living things made up of cells. Our house or school building is made up of bricks. A brick is the smallest unit of construction. Similarly, all living organisms are made up small units called cells. Some plants and animals consist of single cell and are called unicellular organisms. Amoeba, Paramecium, bacterium and yeast are examples of unicellular organism. There are other plants and animals having as many as billion of cells. They are called multicellular organisms. Man, cat, dog, pine, rose plant are multicellular organism from your surrounding. Let us perform the following activities to know cell structures. Amoeba, Paramecium, bacteria. Activity 9.2. To study plant cells. Take out a fleshy leaf from an onion bulb. With the help of knife, peel off the thin upper membrane of this leaf. Add a drop of water in the center of a glass slide. Place a small piece of the membrane on the slide and cover it with a cover slip. Observe it under a microscope. Now you understand that a number of regular cells close together. Cells of onion peel under a microscope. Activity 9.3. To study animal cells. Gently scrape the inside of your cheek with a toothpick. Add a drop of water on a glass slide. Rub the toothpick in the water. Cover the drop with a cover slip. Observe it under a microscope. Draw a picture of the cells. Note the difference between shape of onion and cheek cells. Human cheek cells. Growth. Growth means an orderly increase in size. All living things grow slowly to become mature. A baby grows up to be a young man, while various animal babies also grow to be adults. Plants sprout as seedlings from seeds and gradually grow up to become full-size plants and trees. Animals usually stop growing when they reach a certain age. For example, humans stop growing at about the age of 18. Plants such as a tree goes on growing throughout its life. Growth in humans. Growth in plants. Reproduction. Living organisms are capable of creating more of their own kind. Some living organisms give birth to their young from their bodies, such as horse, dog, cat, etc. Others lay eggs and their babies hatch out of them. Frogs, snakes, birds are also produced from eggs. Plants produce seeds. The seeds germinate into seedlings and grow into plants. Some plants can form their stem, roots or leaves. A bird's life cycle. Life cycle of a bird. Hatching. Chicks. Adults. Rooster. Hen. Eggs. A plant's life cycle. Life cycle of a plant. Seed. Young plant. Mature plant. Flower. Fruit. Activity 9.4. Sow germinated soaked-out grains in a pot containing compost. Keep it moist by watering at intervals. You will see that the seeds will germinate in a few days. This activity shows that some plants reproduce from seeds. Germinated seeds. Let us perform another activity to show that some plants reproduce from their vegetative parts like onion, potato, rose, etc. Activity 9.5. Collect a cutting from a rose plant. Plant in a pot with soil and water it regularly. Now observe it after a few days. If you take proper care, it will grow into a plant. Thus, it takes place in many different ways for reproduction. Metabolism. Living things feel hungry and eat food. This food gets digested in their bodies and releases energy for work and growth. The waste part of the food and the excess of water gets removed from the body in the form of stool, dung, urine and sweat. This is called metabolism. All animals have special organs for excretion. Kidneys, lungs and sweat glands are the excretory organs of animals. Similarly, plants also excrete water vapor and carbon dioxide from small pores called stomata. In some plants, the waste products are converted into harmless substances which can be stored, for example gum, resin and latex. Rubber tree. Respiration. All living organisms respire. During respiration they take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. The oxygen is used in the cells to produce energy from the digested food. This is called oxidation of food. Organisms use this energy to perform various activities. Let us perform an activity to show that carbon dioxide is released out during respiration. Activity 9.6. Take lime water in a clean test tube. Fix rubber stoppers with 2 holes in the test tube. Insert the glass tube into holes. Now gently breathe out into lime water test tube through glass tube. Boy exhaling air through glass tube. Glass tube. Test tube. Lime water. CO2. Lime water. Turns milky. What happens? You will notice that the lime water turns milky, showing the presence of carbon dioxide in exhaled air. All land animals breathe in oxygen from the air. In the case of water animals, like fishes, they breathe the oxygen dissolved in the water. Do plants respire? Plants also respire by taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. Generally, they do not have any organs for respiration. The leaves of plants have small pores called stomata. The exchange of gases takes place through stomata. Stomata on plant leaves. Stomata. Movement. All living beings can move in various ways. Every day you see the animals, birds and insects moving from one place to another place. They can walk, run, jump, hop, crawl, leap and bound. What about plants? Do they also move from one place to another like animals? Certainly not. Most plants are fixed to the soil. They have internal movement, flow of sap from leaves to all the other parts. The stem moves towards light. The roots grow downwards in the soil. You can see the sunflower changing its position to face the sun. Some animals like the sponge move only internally by circulating water through their station or bodies. Flying bird. Jumping kangaroo. Slithering snake. Sunflower movement with sun. Walking. Response to stimuli. What happens when you accidentally touch a hot object? You pull your hand back immediately. What happens when you see a delicious dish? Your mouth starts watering. Living things respond to their surroundings. External factors like light and temperature make living beings react to them. The change that produces a response in an organism is called a stimulus. The immediate action, to adjust oneself according to the change, is the response. All living organisms respond to different kinds of stimuli. The main ones are touch, chemicals, heat, light and sound. These responses take various forms such as 1. A turtle can contract itself into its shell. 2. Bacteria swim away from harmful substances. 3. When a thorn pricks the hand of a person, he or she at once lifts it up. Turtle contracting itself. Bacteria swimming away. Thorn pricks the finger. Do plants also respond to stimuli? Yes, plants also respond to stimuli. The tip of a shoot system moves towards the light. The dropping of leaves of touch-me-not plant is a response to the touch stimulation. Many flowers open early in the morning and close during the day. Rat ki Rani flowers open at night and close during the day. These are some examples of responses of plants towards changes in their surrounding. Activity 9.7. Take a small potted plant and place it near a window from which light can enter. After a few days you will notice that it has bent towards the light, from where the light is coming in. What made the plant do this? This response of a plant to light is known as phototropism. Plants respond to light. Sun. Light. Plant grows up straight towards light. Sun. Light. Window. Room. Plant bends towards light. Decay. All living things have a fixed lifespan. After growing up to its fullest, it begins to grow old, i.e. to decay gradually. Different living things have different spans of life. Table: average lifespan of some organisms. Organism. Average lifespan. Bacteria: 20 minutes. Housefly: 1 to 4 months. Mouse: 2 to 3 years. Squirrel: 8 to 9 years. Dog: 16 to 18 years. Lobster: 20 years. Lion: 20 to 25 years. Horse: 25 to 30 years. Ostrich: 45 to 50 years. Human being: 60 to 80 years. Elephant: 70 to 90 years. Tortoise: 120 to 150 years. Bristlecone pine: thousands of years. Keywords: autotrophic, plants that make their own food. Reproduction, a process in which living beings produce young ones of their own kind. Chlorophyll, a pigment or green substance present in plants. Structure, manner in which something is built. Decay, to rot and lose all power, energy, beauty, etc. Stimulus, something that leads to a reaction in living things. Summary: the kingdom of living beings is very large and is full of variety. Living things differ in shape, size, color, structure, habitat and habits. Living things grow, have definite lifespans, reproduce, respond to stimuli, move, excrete, respire, and are made up of cells. The energy to grow, to move and to do all the other activities is obtained by the burning of food. This is called respiration. All organisms are made up of basic units called cells. Living organisms are capable of creating more of their own kind by reproduction. There are two types of reproductions: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Living organisms show movements and locomotion. Green plants make their own food. They are called autotrophic. The removal of the waste products from the body of living organisms is called excretion. Plants also excrete wastes or gum, resin and latex.